YouTube. This video basically is translating my latest poem reading into English for the people that can't understand Scots, which for the most part includes most Scots. First though, one of the people I'm subscribed to is McNuts, and I have no idea what's happened to his channel. He seems to have deleted it. I hope he's okay. I know a few of my subscribers are sub to him as well. If anyone can tell me why he deleted, that would be great. So, in this, I'm going to be including captions to spell out the words in Scots when I say what they are in English for you. Okay, now let's see. Well, I don't need that. That can close. I'm talking to myself about what I'm watching on here now. Okay, so to begin with, the first thing. I that in heal was and gladness am troubled new with great sickness, and feblet with infirmity, timor mortis contubat me. That's the first verse. Now, heal was, that's how it's spelt, means healthy ways. So when he's writing this, he was healthy and he was glad. Heal was healthy ways. Troublet, troubled, basically. And feblet with infirmity. I'm going to stop doing this. You can see where it comes. Well, feblet itself is, well, basically it's feeble. So he's saying that he's sick and feeble with infirmity. And timor mortis contubat me is Latin. So he's saying that he's got the fear of death. He's feared. So, timor mortis is fear of death. Disturbs me, basically, is what he's saying. Contubat is disturbed in Latin. Okay. Now the next verse is, our pleasance here is all vain glory. Now pleasance isn't a Scots word, as far as I know, so there's no need for me to really say it, but never mind. This Fals word is but transitory. Now Fals is false. All it is false. F-A-L-S instead of an E. The flesh is Bruckle, the find is Slee. Now I've got trouble here with this one. The flesh is Bruckle. Well, I presume that means brittle. You know, weak. The find is Slee. Now, find is more fiend actually, because that's what it means. It's a fiend. So there you go. Find is fiend. So he's saying that the find is Slee. So basically, he's saying the fiend is Slee. Now, Slee is sly in Scottish. So he's saying that the fiend is sly. Next up, of course, will be the next verse, which goes something like this. The state of man does change and vary, now sound, now sick, now Blyth, now Sary. Now, Blyth, I've got to stop doing that, means carefree. So this thing is basically saying you're sound in body, now you're sick in body. You're now carefree, and then now Sary, which means sorry. You're now sorry you were carefree. The next one's now Dansand Mirry. Now Dansand Mirry is dancing merry. And then now to die, timor mortis contubat me. Okay, so the next verse will carry on with soon. I have to stop these every now and again to research to make sure I'm saying the right thing. Now the next verse took a wee bit of researching because I wasn't sure about erd. So it goes, no state in erd, here standeth sicker, which, well, erd is earth. Here standeth sicker, which is basically him saying that no state in earth here stands Stour. So standis is stands, yeah, and sicker is sure. There you go. The next one, of course. Oh, that'll be translating for you. Is the next line actually, which is full of translations. Here we go. As for the Wynd, Wannis the Wicker. Well, Wynd, wind. Basically, Wynd means wind. Then Wannis, waves. So he's saying that the wind waves, okay? As the wind waves, then Wicker is willow, or twig. It's basically saying as the wind waves the willow, as in willow tree. Okay, so Wannis, this world's vanity. So wanes, because Wannis is wanes, okay? The world's vanity, which is vanity. It's just spelt differently from nowadays. And okay, then it's unto for death goes all estatis, which I presume means into death goes all estates. Low, if it's Latin, then it's probably the closest thing would be Italian. And the closest Italian word is estati, which means summer or summertime. So it's either into death goes all summer, or into death goes all estates. Up to yourselves. If anyone could fix me for that'd be great. Princes, prelatus, and potestatis. Well, princes is princes. Prelatus is prelates. And as for potestatis, potentates, or even what's the word I'm looking for? Potentiates, maybe is the word I'm looking for. There's a lot to look up here. Okay, it's a lot to translate. Yes, potentatis. Potestatis is potentiates or potentates. Okay. Baith is both. So baith, rich and poor of all degree, fear of death, blah blah blah. Then he taketh finichtis into the field. Well, taketh is takes, obviously. Finichtis into the field. Knights. He takes the knights into the field. Enarmit under helm and shield. Enarmit is armoured. And helm and shield, obviously. Victory is at all Mellie. Well, Mellie is Mellie. Okay, then blah blah, fear of death, you get the hint. Okay, then the next verse is, let strong and merciful tyrant, well, tyrant is tyrant. Takis, so takes again, on the Motheris breast soukend. Now this one's hard. So Motheris is mother's, okay, so mother's breast, and soukend is a hell of a bitch to try and translate. You don't know what when you're struggling yourself on that one. Okay, but soukend is sucking. So takes that strong and merciful tyrant takes, comma, on the mother's breast sucking. Okay. So the whole verse is basically that strong and merciful tyrant takes on the mother's breast sucking the babe full of benignity. Now benignity, benign, basically, it's what it says. Benignity, benign. Okay, and then fear of death, blah blah. He taketh the Campion in the Stour. Champion, okay, and Stour, so Campion is champion, and Stour, well, that's Scottish for fight, or Stour, Scottish for fight, okay. The captain Closit in the Tour, The Captain Closit is closed. Okay, it's not closet, it's closed, as in to close, closed. In the tour, tower. Okay, so the captain is closed in the tower. Fladen Boer, full of beauty. Now. Okay, now, I've just pressed the wrong thing on my fucking laptop. Okay, anyway. Boer is a chamber. So it's like boudoir. The ladies in her chamber, her boudoir, her boer, full of beauty. Well, it's exactly as it sounds, beauty. Okay. Then Timur Mortis, blah blah. He's Sparus. Well, Sparus is spares. No lord for his peasants. Well, that's puissance, or however the hell you pronounce it. You know, the French word Puissance, puissance. Close enough. Okay. Na clerk. Well, na means no. It's a basic one. Na clerk for his intelligence. His awful strike may no man flee. Now strike is strike. His awful strike no man may flee. The next verse is Art-magicanis, which I am struggling with myself. But I figure it means practitioners of magic arts. And astrologus. Well, that's astrology. Astrologists, obviously. Rhetorus or Rhetorus. Well, that's rhetoricians, people who speak rhetorically. There were people who were paid to be rhetorical in those days. Logicianis, again, people who are logistical, and theologus, again, theologians. So those who use logic, scientists basically, and those who use theology. Excuse me, I'm extremely uncomfortable here. How's that? That's better. Okay. Them helps. No conclusionis, conclusions, sly. Them helpus, no. In this case, them helps no conclusionis, conclusionistly. That helps them not to have skillful reasonings. Slyness. Okay. At least that's one way of saying it. Okay, on to the next one. In medicine, the most practicianis. This one generally means in medicine the most practitioners. I'm starting to realise that IS is pretty much S, just the old day spelling. So in medicine the most practicianis is practitioners. Leeches, well, people who use leeches. Saraganis, surgeons. Okay, so Saraganis is surgeons and physicians. Again, physicianis, physicians. So those who, so it's basically saying in medicine the most practicers, the leeches, the surgeons, and the physicians, themselves from death may not supply. Now, supply is an interesting one because I'm not quite sure if it means what it means. I think it means save. So basically that he's saying all these people who are in medicine cannot save themselves from death, basically. The next verse is, I see that Motheris among the lave. Ooh, that was a bugger to have in it. Well, Motheris is makers. And lave? Lave is quite a difficult one. Now what could lave be? Oh, Motheris, I'm wrong, sorry. Motheris is actually poets. And the lave, well, Motheris being poet, and lave is either for leave or for rest. So he sees that the poets among the leave, the rest. Aye, the poets among the rest place their Padianis. Well, Padianis is a bit of a bitch. Pigeons. Aha. So Padianis is pageants. So he sees the poets among the rest playing their pageants. Syne goeth to the grave. Now Syne, as anyone who knows Robbie Burns, is Auld Lang Syne, which is one of the most commonly sung songs on Hogmanay or our New Year's Eve to the rest of the world. Syne means since, old long since. In this case, what he's saying here is, in this verse is, I see the Motheris, the poets, among the rest, excuse me, plays here their patience, since going to the grave, since goes to the grave. So since they've since gone to the grave since they played their patience. Spirit is spared. Is not their faculty, their reasoning, their profession. Okay, so spared is not their profession. I hope that's enough for people Vitoldian to go on, because after that it's just a long list of poets that have died. There are a few words in there that you might need to be translated. Let me know. I'm not going to go through them all. Just let me know. Okay. See ya, folks. Hope I don't have to do this again. But I probably will. Okay, see ya.